Hello, my fellow Madhotties. Welcome back to another Madhottie Moodboards episode. Today I'm with my fellow diva, Miss Vampedlvr, to bring you a candy couture fashion. So let's begin. So what made me come up with this idea for candy couture is that, first of all, the Lady Gaga set would be perfect for it, and two, as many as you can see from my YouTube short, that I kept getting the candy themes, and I was like, this would honestly be perfect for the candy couture fashion. And honestly, it's crazy how I haven't gotten the theme in a moment, because I really want to use it for this. So these were kind of the inspirations I found via Pinterest. I just typed in candy couture and these came up, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to look good. And I knew exactly where I was going to go with this as soon as I saw those pictures, and I was like, we're going to use some lace, we're going to use a lot of accessories detailed, but the thing was that I did use only one color for this, and I'm looking back and I'm like, maybe I could have used more, but I kind of wanted to go for like a more cotton candy theme with this. So, and as I said for the inspo, these were mainly the two fits I was mixing it up with. It did also, I also did remember that Katy Perry was known for using the candy themes and everything, so I also thought of that as well. But these were perfect, especially for the detailing, because I was like, I knew I was going to want to use a corset for this, especially the Valentine's Day corset. And moving on a little bit more, I have to say I am obsessed with the strapped dress from the Valentine's Day set, because it's perfect for making like a more puffy corset, if you catch my drift. And it's kind of going with this inspiration here, and I just basically layered as many skirts as I possibly could here. One thing I know is to really put together an outfit, you kind of got to go with the patterns and like the way certain pieces are constructed, and once you realize that, the whole fit just comes together, and it just actually comes along much easier, and then you can just put together the patterns and everything. But that's just the way I do it. You don't necessarily have to do it the way I do, but it kind of in a way does save me time, so it's just a little tip for you guys. And now, speeding up the process a little bit more here, as you can see, I'm starting to put in the patterns, and this did take me a moment. You don't see it, but it took me a moment, because I was like, do I want to do like all one pattern, all one color? It was a little tricky, because I do like to use one color for specific things, and I knew since I wanted to do like a cotton candy theme, I was like, we don't need to use too many colors, and we can just like color the detailing a specific way. And now, as you can see here, I'm going in with a cape, because since I was going in with that cotton candy theme, it reminded me of like the texture of like cotton candy, and it's actually really cool that you can actually color this and make it like different patterns. But I was like, okay, we're gonna have to go with like one color here, and you see this giving me the cotton candy vibes, as I said it would. And this was the thing here, because it is like one color, and I wanted to mainly showcase the cape. That is when I knew I had to do just all one color with the fit, or especially the skirt part. But you best believe I will be using this cape for the next round of cotton candy fashion, because it's just so perfect for it. And as you can see here, I'm going back and forth with the patterns and seeing if I wanted to use it. And now looking back, I wish I had kept the pattern, because it just added something different to it. And I'm so upset that I didn't do that. But it turns out looking nice, and as you guys see. But yeah, I was going back and forth with this, because I was like, I want to show off the cape, and the rainbow colors may be taking up too much. But I realize now that instead of using the rainbow color for the main curly skirt, I could have just used it for the trail skirt of the Lady Gaga set. And now, as you can see here, I did add the top with the beads from the VIP section. And for those of you who are non-VIP, you could easily use like the corseted top in non-VIP, and then add the little floral top on top of it. and then like color it, make it look candied, and however you want to do it. Now, and with the accessories, I did go in with like the pearl accessory top because it adds more detailing to it, especially since later I'm going to go in with all one color. It does bring out the outfit a little bit more, and as well as the beaded headband. Because when you create a fit, you just gotta think of accessories and fits that just make sense for the theme, and that was giving me candied theme. So, and adding one more accessory in here, I added the Kawaii Collection headband, and instead of making it a headband, since I had a lot going on, I was like, why not make it like a neck piece and just add that for more detailing? And that is what I do instead of if I'm doing like all one color. I just use just as many accessories as I possibly can. And out of all the accessories I added, this was actually my favorite one because it was given candied, because it's like a little heart, and I was like, okay, I can add patterns here and different colors since the rest of my fit is going to be one color later. And as you can see in a moment, I'm going to toggle it and make it look like it's a part of my face. And as you can also see, the rest of the fit is coming together with like the extra detailing, and it's looking so good. And that's how I knew, like, at least even though it was one color, this fit was still going to eat. Now on to my favorite part. I actually surprised myself here because I was like, okay, let's make this a part of the face, like a candied heart, and like make it pop out and do something different. And for my non-VIP people, you can use the little rose set eye patch that I use for one of my looks and just kind of stick it on your face and just make it look candy theme, and you'll be good to go. Now onto the makeup. This was actually, of course, as always, my favorite part, but especially for this fit because I was like, oh, we can use so many different bright colors and pinks and baby blues. Baby blue and baby pink are actually my favorite colors. And I was like, since we're doing one color, we can make the makeup pop out even more so. So it, like I said, it works out in the end. Now onto the hair here. This is the inspo I was actually going for. And like I said before, in doing a lot of hair combos, I've come up with different hacks. I've looked up different combos from other DTI creators and how to make the afro look more textured. So I knew exactly what I would need to make that happen, and it just turned out great in the end, and I surprised myself. So to add extra texture here for the afro, I actually saw a hack. I can't remember where I saw the hack. And basically they added the big curly afro underneath this afro here to make it look bigger, and it actually does give, afros already kind of give like that beautiful cotton candy feel, but with this, especially with the curly fro underneath, it and the fur hat on top of that, just kind of fit the whole vibe, and I really love how this turned out. Now here I'm going back in and I'm doing a Fiona DTI's lash hack. I was like, this is going to be perfect with this look here, and I'm going to just speed up the process because, as you know, it does take me forever. Now going back into the fit, just making sure that we have enough things on, and I think we do because I literally went past the 24 item limit like twice. And as you can see, here's my duo here, and she actually ate this look down. I just trust her completely. I trust all my collabs. Have you seen my collab videos with them? Like, they never miss, and they do their own creative thing. I'm like, do your creative thing. Don't let me give you any advice. Just think of like candy, think of whatever theme we're doing and make it your own. But I do love getting advice from them because I'm like, okay, do I need something else on here? And that's what my girl Ms. Vampedlvr is helping me with. But anywho, this was the finishing look. I honestly loved how this turned out. And that was so genius of her to add the hat on top. It was giving cunty Willy Wonka vibes, and she just ate this down, and I love collabing with her. And go check her out on TikTok. I hope you guys liked this video. Please comment below what you guys thought of our fits, and I shall see you guys next time.